We are also following some breaking news regarding Bryan Kohberger. Today, he filed a petition to withdraw his plea. Just last year, Kohberger pleaded guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Gonzalez, Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, and Xana Kernodle. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences. KREM 2 was in the court during those moments.
Did you, on November 13th, 2022, enter the residence at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, with the intent to commit the felony crime of murder?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes. Kohberger agreed to the plea deal weeks before his trial was set to start in August of 2025, after his attorneys tried but failed to remove the death penalty as a possible punishment. Tonight, KREM 2's Connor McAvoy breaks down the petition and how he plans to fight his conviction and withdraw his guilty plea. Connor?
Yeah, it's been 1 year since Kohberger was convicted of murdering the 4 students. Now he's arguing he's innocent and that he'll fight that conviction.
During his sentencing, Kohberger said under oath that he was of sound mind and understood what he was agreeing to in accepting the deal. In court documents filed Monday, Kohberger accuses his former defense team of pressuring him into pleading guilty to 4 counts of murder. Even with the plea deal, as a prisoner, Kohberger does have the right to ask the court for post-conviction relief. In an affidavit supporting a post-conviction petition, Kohberger claims nearly every member of his immediate family believed he had been convinced to falsely confess through coercion, misinformation, false promises, and the withholding of evidence. The filing alleges attorneys failed to disclose what Kohberger describes as potentially exculpatory evidence before he accepted the plea agreement. Among those claims, Kohberger points to what he says were unknown hairs found in Ethan Chapin's hand and argues his attorneys failed to investigate them further. The petition also claims attorneys falsely led him to believe guilt or innocence was not an important factor in deciding whether to accept the plea. The filing further accuses his legal team of misrepresenting both what a life sentence would actually look like and the realities of facing the death penalty. Attorney John Henry Brown, who once represented Ted Bundy, says the process to withdraw a guilty plea is significant, and if it goes through, it opens up the possibility of Kohberger facing the death penalty.
If he's allowed to withdraw his plea, then they're back to status quo, and the prosecutors can ask for the death penalty again.
In the petition itself, Kohberger lists 3 primary grounds for post-conviction relief: ineffective assistance of counsel, that his guilty plea was not entered knowingly or voluntarily because of unkept promises, and that the plea was the result of threats by his legal counsel. Brown also says Kohberger's own guilty plea could be used against him if he ends up going to trial.
If he was allowed to withdraw his plea and the case went back to trial, the state would probably be allowed to get into evidence the fact that he pled guilty to these crimes and actually said in no uncertain terms, I'm pleading guilty because I am guilty.
Those allegations are contained in Kohberger's post-conviction petition and represent his claims. The court has not ruled on the merits of those allegations, and his former attorneys will have an opportunity to respond as the case moves forward.
Now, the prosecutors have 30 days to respond to the petition. After that, the court will hear initial arguments from both sides. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.